Hey y'all, it's Rachel Davis from Bright Futures Counseling, and I'm here to share with you on my first video some back to school counseling organization hacks. So let's get started. First of all, folders. Who doesn't love awesome folders? These are super cute. I think I got them at Office Max last year. Target, Dollar Spot, Dollar Tree, you know what's up. So let's take a look at this one. Inside the folder, this is for group counseling. So I've made this group counseling form where you can put the group name, date, topic, and extra info. So maybe in the extra info section could be behavioral challenges, notes about how someone was feeling during feelings check, things like that. In this folder, you're going to keep in your file cabinet with your outlines, your sign-in sheets, everything. Wait, what's a sign-in sheet? Well, I've got you covered. These sign-in sheets are right here, are editable, and you can go in, change the date, have the kids sign in. You could take attendance, but I like them to sign in. It's a fun way for them to feel involved in the group, and they love jumping around and signing in on number 4 instead of number 1. It's fun. They really like it. And then also in here, you would keep your outlines, worksheets, anything you're going to do in your group, all organized in this folder. That's group counseling. Now, individual counseling, we also have a folder, but this time it's a little bit different. You're going to put the student's name at the top. Now, with individual counseling, a lot of times I won't have a bunch prepared in advance. I'll have some things to pull from, but it really just varies on their day, what we're talking about, really on the fly stuff. So, unlike the group folder where I have it all printed and ready to go, here I'll just have the date, I'll write the topic, today we talked about self-esteem, and extra info, how they're feeling, things going on at home, anything like that. And then here's a self-assessment that they had. So any worksheets, keep in here. At the end of the school year, I give this back to the kids so they can take home, show their parents what they've been working on in counseling. Or if you bring these out at parent-teacher conferences, any other time, we always want to advocate for our position as a school counselor and how much work we're doing with the kids. Even though it's confidential, you can just share the basic overview of topics covered. Here's another one. This is a school counseling log. Now, the school counseling log is for those pop-in students, those frequent flyers that love to stop in at recess, lunch, whenever. Come in, have them write their name and the reason for their visit. Sometimes they just want to see you, but this is nice. It's an accountability piece, so if there's a fire drill or something and the teacher doesn't know where the student is, we can always know who is in our office, when, and what for. Okay, now this is my little secret that I love. I came up with this last year because it was at my upper elementary school, and I would call students on the phone and say, hey, can you please send Jerry to counseling? Well, I wouldn't always remember the teacher's number, and I wouldn't remember who their teacher was, and it was like I was always getting started 5 minutes late because I had to look up all of this stuff. So I created call sheet. So check this out. For example, I'm putting on here the student, Justin Bieber. He's an individual. His teacher's Mr. Brown, and he's room 234. I keep this by my phone. All I do Monday, it's 9:30. Hey, Mr. Brown, can you please send Justin to counseling? Thank you. Look at the next one. Put a group on here. 10:05, Blooming Friendships. I've got Brittany, Katie, and Taylor, all from different classes. Their numbers are right there. 234. Hi, Mr. Brown. It's counseling again. Can you please send Brittany? Sometimes the kids will remember on their own, but if they don't, you have this quick, you can call. You could even have a student call for you if you're doing something else. Okay, so my last and final thing is super awesome, and this is how I stay so organized and on top of it. Now, I've printed it out, but how I use it is digitally on my computer. So this was made with Google Sheets, but you can also make it in Excel, whatever you're more familiar with. Now, check it out. I have on here, it's a caseload of all my students. So I have their name, their teacher, their grade, area of need, counseling type. Are they individual or are they in a group? If they are in a group, what group? Then I have the groups color coordinated, as you can see here. Growing Minds is in green and Blooming Friendships is in pink. Now, it might be driving you nuts if you're a little OCD and want the colors to be together, but this is a real-life example of how kids are getting referred into your groups after they've already started. So you're adding them in, you just write them there, match the color, makes it easy for you. When you get a break, maybe you can color coordinate. So, counseling type, are they individual or are they group? How did you receive the referral? Was it from a parent, a teacher, the principal, maybe a self-referral? Maybe you referred them. You think they're a good candidate for your group or individual. Contacting the parent. Have you contacted the parent? Did the teacher contact the parent and give them a heads up that a permission slip's coming home? Then, did you send a permission slip? We forget to do these things sometimes, so definitely want to keep up with this one. Did you receive a signed permission slip? Did you ask the teacher the ideal time? So you might have a time picked out that you would love to have your group, but maybe that's during PE or Daily 5 or something. So you need to make sure that you're asking the teacher the ideal time. And then the last one is scheduled sessions, where you're finally able to schedule those sessions. So once you get this all together, it's a really nice way to keep track of people. I use paper referrals, paper permission slips, but I don't want all this junk and paper. And last year I was traveling between 2 offices at 2 schools. This made it super simple. I even had different tabs, one for my primary school and one for my elementary school. Great way to stay organized. Super, super lifesaver. If I could recommend one thing, make one of these. It's a great way to keep track of your caseload, know what everybody's doing when. Then I'll copy paste them and move them down to the bottom of the area that says completed groups if I finish them. So everyone, there you have it. Those are my top counseling organization hacks that I think will make your school life easier this year. So let's review. We have our folders, super cute. You already have them, now let's use them. Individual counseling, your log. We have our group counseling folder with its log. Our call sheet, you know I love this one, great way to get in touch with students. I also didn't mention earlier, if you're working with kindergarten students or little ones who aren't going to come up by themselves, put it beside your school map and you can remember where their classrooms are located. School counseling log, this is where you can keep up with those kiddos. And final, my favorite, this awesome caseload keeper with all the details you need to know, editable. So, where can you get all of these fabulous things? Well, as you can tell, they're pretty easy to make. Make them on your own for free. Just do it on your way back to school. Or if you don't feel like making them and you want to hang out by the pool for a little longer, why don't you go to my TPT store? You can get them all for $2. $2, that's all. And they're editable. You can reuse them year after year. A really great deal. So I made this video as part of my TPT Talk video challenge. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I have a podcast. You can find more about that on my website. And I encourage you to make a video for your challenge too. Talk to you next time.